One take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from my home. This is NBA One Take, March 7, 2026. For me, 3 games on the docket, 3 NBA game on the docket. Listen, my Lakers. Y'all know where I'm coming from. My Lakers. Yeah, we just vanquished the Indiana Pacers. They're just not a good team. But Luka Doncic is with me. 44 points, 9 rebounds. Just looking superb out there. I mean, AR-15. Didn't have a good shooting night with 16. But that boy Luke Kennard came off the bench, lighted up with 15 for us. We get the win, man. 128-117. Pascal Siakam at 26, J-Hub 16, Nembhard 17. The Pacers is looking to go to the lottery. We know that to reestablish their team or possibly to get something to upgrade their situation next season. What I'm hearing, they most likely will trade the pick if it's outside the top 5. That's what I'm hearing from Indiana as they look to rebolster their roster with their superstar player coming back next season, Tyrese Halliburton. All right, and the next game of the night, I mean, New York going crazy. I mean, goddamn. These motherfuckers going crazy. Damn, they going crazy. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, they going crazy. The Knicks, with their biggest win as they smashed the Denver Nuggets. Smashed them, 142-103. This is just a thrubbing. And I don't know what the hell is Denver. I don't. Sometimes I'm like, yo, Denver doesn't like. Okay, they just seems out of sorts. I understand the injuries. I mean, they get Aaron Gordon back, but it's like, yeah, it ain't Aaron Gordon, right? It ain't Aaron Gordon. He ain't Aaron Gordon yet. But it just showed in the game, and a lot of things the Knicks was doing. OG had Anunoby, 34, and it looked like he wasn't even working hard to get it. Doing a lot of backdoor cuts and just really made it easy. Brunson had a bad game. He shot bad. 3 for 13, had 9 points. Karl Anthony Towns 17-17. Josh Hart 18 as well. But they was just smashing them, and it was just a good win for the Knicks. Man, damn, they just going crazy. Going absolutely crazy. And Jokic's 38-8 wasn't enough, and he wasn't getting anything from any other player on his team. Is this concerning? No. I think when they get everybody back healthy going into the playoffs and get some good games under, they should be fine as long as they're healthy. Even Jokic, who just have a little foot problem too. So we're seeing about that. The last game of the night was the return. I did say that Jayson Tatum was coming back, and Jayson Tatum did come back. In the first game back against the Dallas Mavericks, he finished with 15 and 12, and I was happy. I was happy to see him back. Look a little ginger, but not saying he was like hurt or anything, but he was just, moving at a slower pace than what he normally would do, trying to find a spot, trying to acclimate himself in this offense, which is going a little faster than the offense that he's normally accustomed to. But he was able to do what he did in limited minutes and get 15 points and 12 rebounds, and that's a good return. That's a good return. But so they did. They beat the Mavericks, and Jaylen Brown had 24. Nehemiah's quitter, big man, 16 and 17 rebounds, looking so impressive. Derek White with 20 and Peyton Pritchard 18 off the bench. The Celtics is just sickening. If it all works out, I told you they can go to the finals. And this is seeing that it could just be something, the start of something. All right, and for the Mavs, said they ain't going nowhere. I mean, Cooper Flag, 16 and 8, most likely will get Rookie of the Year. If you feel different about Nipple, so that's what he's battling his former teammate, because I think those are the two guys that's really head and shoulders above the rest. And Klay Thompson had 9 points for the Mavs. So that's basically it. Now, all right, I'm gonna talk about something that's crazy. And sometimes when I scroll through the internet, which I hate to do, people say crazy things, and a lot of crazy things you hear from is people that wasn't talented enough to go to the NBA and that's around the NBA, or you got people that are associated around the NBA and has watched a lot of NBA games, have themselves tied in with some players, with interviews, is whatever positions they have with either some form of company and certain things. So where I'm going with this is in regards of online things that's been said towards Carmelo Anthony in his critique, not necessarily critique, his opinion about Jayson Tatum not coming back and letting Jaylen Brown lead the team the way it is. And then people are responding in regards, yes, you have Drew Hanlon one, and then the idiot that used to be with the Ringer, I don't even know his name, I don't even care, and him and countless others want to discredit Carmelo Anthony and said, well, he shouldn't say that because he's not a winner, and put Carmelo Anthony's playoff record up there and disrespect him, and he's never led a team to win, and all these other things. First of all, you guys are stupid. Drew Hanlon worked with so many NBA players in shooting mechanics and things like that. Jayson Tatum was one of his clients, as well as many others. Actually, I remember I tried to console Drew Hanlon about possibly working with my daughter in shooting and everything else like that. And he's worked with children, he's worked with young people before too. But I think his response was just something that, just dismissed me in all regards and everything. And I show clips and things like that. I was like, okay, all right, whatever. I didn't care. You post something, you do it. And so like I said, I've never had an issue with Drew Hanlon. I think he's one of the best shooting coaches out there, of course. I think he's possibly top 4. So had no issues with that. But him saying what he said to Carmelo is very disrespectful. Carmelo Anthony, besides being a Hall of Famer, his work ethic in shooting, his work ethic in his craft, right? So when you people talk about he's never made anybody better or anything, so what are you saying? And it's like, what I hate when they say that, because the only thing you're saying is that he hasn't won the championships that others has won when you kind of put them into his type of style of a player. A guy primarily a scorer. They say a low efficient thing because there's so many different schemes at it, and he has to score in different ways and different things, and which sometimes is low efficiency. It's not a bad shot. He's missing, and it was always revolved around the coach's way to do the best. I have no issues with what Carmelo Anthony said. My issues always come from those type of people just really saying certain things as regards of he's not like, come on. And it's just very disrespectful. So to me, those guys are idiots. Even Drew Hanlon, he's idiots, and all other people are idiots. Carmelo can say what he can. You think he doesn't speak to Jayson Tatum? Yes, he's spoken to Jayson Tatum. He's talked to Jayson Tatum. So for you guys to say those things, like, come on, it's just his opinion. He's on his podcast and show. The only reason is because Boston is second in the East, and they're playing extremely well. And we know Tatum wants to come back, and he's thinking about, Tatum's health, as well as possibly just being the chemistry. It can be disparaged. The chemistry is one thing too, and we've seen it in that game. And we got to understand, Tatum, Jaylen Brown is playing on a different type of level. So we got to see. This is not Jaylen Brown seeing the second best or third best defenders, and he's winning finals MVP in the conference finals and the finals, basically because Tatum is seeing the number one and he's struggling in doing so. So it's different. Jaylen Brown is seeing the best defenders, and he's playing at a really high level. So it's whatever. But this is NBA Onetake's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.